Hey folks, just want to do a quick cryptocurrency video on the markets for July 4th, 2022. Happy 4th of July to everybody. You know, a little bit bullish today. Bitcoin hanging out at around the upper $19,000 range. We're seeing some movement in some altcoins. Cardano hanging out about 46 cents. Polymatic actually holding on at 47 cents, up from about 42 cents from yesterday. Like I said, folks, Polymatic hit a bottom at about 35, 38, and it's just bounced hard since then, even though it's down about 15% from where it was last week. If you can get Polymatic for 40 cents or under, just like if you can get Theta for $1 or under, I think you're going to be pretty much golden no matter how much Bitcoin dumps. But anyway, today I want to talk about cryptocurrency security. I've been in cryptocurrency since 2017, and I've definitely lost my fair share of money in getting hacked or just putting my money on the wrong exchanges. I've lost money just basically transferring my cryptocurrency to other exchanges and not having the address properly, or the exchange just screws up everything and the money never even gets there. And I was using some sort of foreign-based exchange where there's really no customer support. Right now, it's more important than ever to basically understand what's happening when you buy cryptocurrency, and understand that when you keep your money on exchanges, they have your money. It's not your crypto unless you actually hold your money on a hardware wallet where you control your own private keys. Now, some exchanges are better than others, and a lot of people will tell you the best thing you can do is basically keep your money on a hardware wallet or on your phone. I think, yeah, if you know what you're doing, that's the best thing you can do. But the one time in crypto I got hacked for the most, in fact, I got hacked for a lot back in 2018, was when I kept my money on an exchange called Abra, where you held your own private keys, and my private seed phrase got hacked because I took a picture of it. Now, and then my iCloud got hacked. I was stupid. I was only in crypto for a few months at the time. I didn't really understand it, but that's an easy way to lose all your money. If I had just kept my money on Binance or Coinbase and there was two-factor authentication, none of this would have happened. In fact, the hackers were able to actually hack into my email as well, and the reason they couldn't take my money off Binance and Coinbase, and they tried, was because I had two-factor authentication. When you hold your own crypto on a hardware wallet, as long as they get that seed phrase, they can take all your money. So when people say, oh, that's the safest, yeah, it is the safest unless your private keys get compromised, which is why I kind of like using the US-based SEC-regulated cryptocurrency exchanges. I know not everybody's in the United States. For me, I recommend using Binance or Coinbase and have your two-factor authentication and have whitelisting. Whitelisting is if somebody tries to take your money off the exchange and send to a non-whitelisted cryptocurrency address, they can't. They have to go through a whole process that takes 48 hours. And that's pretty much what I do. I keep half my money basically on the exchanges, and I keep half my money on a hardware wallet. I use the Ledger Nano, where I keep a lot of my funds secure. So the way I see it is, if something happens to my Ledger Nano, somehow that gets hacked, which I don't think it ever would, but I don't know, somebody robs my house and they get my seed phrase and they bust into my safe and all that stuff, and somehow it just gets lost, at least I still have the money on the exchange too. I think the most important thing is to keep your money spread out. Don't just keep all your money on the hardware wallet, also keep it on the exchange, maybe keep it on a wallet on your phone too, maybe keep it on a different kind of hardware wallet. You just want to have your money in crypto spread out. Remember, crypto is the wild, wild west, and that's why hackers love it so much. Once you get hacked, you'll never get your money back. So you have to realize that. So for me, Binance and Coinbase is basically what I use. If you're not in the United States and you can't use those exchanges, you want to use a really big exchange that has the most possible liquidity with money coming in and out. I would recommend Binance, just regular old Binance, not Binance US. That exchange, the odds of Binance, the regular Binance, going under is pretty slim. But even then, you want to have it on Binance and have the rest of your money on the Ledger or a hardware wallet. Folks, what we're seeing is we've seen Celsius go under, pretty much BlockFi go under, basically Voyager just went under. all of these exchanges were pretty much Ponzi's. They were basically, their business model was Ponzi, so it's not surprising that they basically went under. But the problem is when you have your money on these exchanges that aren't supposedly Ponzi schemes, you don't really know what they're doing with your crypto either. Remember, when you log into these exchanges and they tell you have 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin or a couple thousand Cardano, they're basically just pulling that number out of their ass. They don't really hold. It's kind of like when you go to the bank and if you have like $20 million in the bank, which of course hardly anybody does, the bank doesn't hold that $20 million. It's basically just a number on paper. If you really want to get that $20 million in cash, well, you probably couldn't. But if you want to transfer it, it would take weeks. They have to get it from somewhere else. And if everybody wanted to get their money from the banks would just go under. Now, you are insured by the FDIC. The problem with crypto is all these people that lost their money on Celsius, BlockFi, Voyager, you're not dealing with US dollars, so you're not insured by the FDIC. So it's very, very risky. Folks, crypto is risky. It's the wild, wild west. You have to know what you're doing. Everybody gets hacked. Everybody. I don't know who doesn't get hacked. The big guys get whacked. You just saw BitBoy Crypto get hacked for $3 million, which, yeah, he deserved it, but still, it doesn't matter who you are. You start using these exchanges, you start keeping your money there, you start playing with coins other than Bitcoin, you're gonna get hacked. It's part of doing business in crypto. And the key is, yeah, if you get hacked for a little bit, that's okay, but you want to be able to come out on top and at least have some money left over so you can reinvest it and make some money going into the bull market. So now is more than ever, folks. I don't even know how people were even still using Voyager a month ago. I mean, you had plenty of time to get off Voyager. I don't know how people are still on BlockFi. None of this makes any sense to me. It's just like, what's wrong with people? Even Celsius, there were rumors of Celsius going down when Luna crashed, and Celsius basically held up for another month. And people had plenty of time to take their money off, and you have the Celsius on Twitter telling people everything's okay. Folks, you can't listen to these guys. They're all charlatans. They'll all get you wrecked. Right now, you're seeing that with Kucoin. I use Kucoin. I like Kucoin. Somebody came out with a rumor saying Kucoin was insolvent and they're getting all their money off Kucoin. Kucoin CEO came out and said basically that's all BS. But the unfortunate thing is the Celsius CEO came out and said everything was BS, when the rumors of them being insolvent came out on Twitter. So I don't know what to make of it. I would have to guess. I would say Kucoin's doing pretty much okay because they have so much volume coming in and out of Kucoin. They make so much money on trading fees, but you never know. Remember, folks, Kucoin is based out of the Seychelles, one of those Asian countries somewhere in the middle of nowhere. They're not regulated by anybody. So Kucoin is one of those exchanges. You want to keep a little bit of money on there, that's fine, but you have to remember you could lose it at any time. For me, what I'm doing right now with Kucoin, when I make a trade, I'm basically sending it to my hardware wallet. I'm not keeping anything on Kucoin anymore. Maybe a little bit, like a few $100 just to make a trade, but I'm pretty much done with keeping my money on Kucoin. As much as I love Kucoin, I'm just not doing it anymore. And I'm actually seriously considering, as much as I trust Binance US, just taking a little bit more money off Binance US just so I don't have so much on there. Because, folks, we're in the wild, wild west, and you have to understand, with Bitcoin hanging out at 19,000, if Bitcoin drops down to 10,000, 5,000, a lot of these exchanges are going to go under. They might just hold your funds. You might not lose it, but there's no guarantee. So all the Bitcoin maximalists have been basically telling you for the last 5-6 years, if you're not holding your keys, you're not holding your crypto. That's true. And in the bear market, it's more important than ever to hold it because when everything crashes and these exchanges go away, you just never get your money back, or if you do, it's 5 years down the line, or they give you a little bit back. You want to make sure you have your cryptocurrency spread out. So if you got $5,000 in crypto, keep $2,000 on your hardware wallet, keep $2,000 on the exchange, keep the other $2,000 on a wallet, maybe on a phone you don't use anymore. You basically just have a hardware wallet with a seed phrase, lock that phone up. That way, if something happens, at least you're not losing everything. You hear these stories of people putting all their money on Celsius, BlockFi, keeping all their money on a certain exchange. Don't do it. In fact, folks, the thing that really helped me when I got hacked, and I don't know if there was like a guardian angel looking over me or what, I had all of my money on that Abra, and a week before I got hacked, I decided, something just told me, take 70% off Abra and just put it back on Coinbase. I just didn't feel right with this Abra because I was holding my own seed phrase, and something basically just told me to take it off. If I didn't do that, I would have lost every penny I had in crypto in 2018. because it was all on Abra. Thankfully, I lost about 30-35%. It turned out to be a lot of money going into the bull run, but it taught me a lesson to spread everything out. So that's what you should be doing. So anyway, folks, that's it for today. Bitcoin holding on, holding on pretty good today. We'll see what happens with stock futures tonight and see what happens tomorrow. I still think we're probably going to get a $15,000 Bitcoin at some point, and I think that'll probably be about capitulation between 13 and 15,000. And then we're probably going to basically just be in a range between $15,000 and $40,000 for the next 8 to 12 months, and then getting closer to the halving in 2023. End of 2023, we'll probably go bullish, and I hope you guys have your bags packed by then, because that's when millionaires are going to be made. Now's the time to be buying cheap crypto. 2024 going into the halving is when you sell the crypto that you bought now. It's such a simple premise, folks, but people are too much of sheep. People are too stupid. People don't get it. They just want to follow the herd. When Jim Cramer on CNBC is telling them it's time to get out, it's a big scam, they all listen. Remember, folks, not everybody is going to get rich off crypto. If everybody was going to get rich on crypto, nobody would get rich. It's only a very small percentage of people who buy at the right time, who hold, who don't get hacked, who make it through, who see through all the BS, see through the FUD. They're the ones who make it. Same with stocks. If you're buying stocks right now that are down 80-90%, okay, that's smart, right? That's smart. You're not supposed to buy the stock 6 months ago when they were up hundreds and hundreds of percent at all-time highs. That's not the way to do it. Crypto's no different. Buying your Bitcoin now at 18, 19,000, it's going to be $100,000 in a couple of years, folks. Maybe not. Maybe crypto will fail, but nothing in investing is 100% guaranteed. I'm dying to get Cardano for in the 25, 30 cent range. The lowest I was able to get it this run is 38 cents. Like I said, I bought most of my Cardano at about 10 cents the last run, and I made pretty good money off of it. But Cardano's holding on strong. Polymatic's holding on strong. I want to see one more flush. I want to see Bitcoin just flush down. It's most likely going to be a flash crash, and I need to be able to get Cardano at like 35, 30 cents. I got a ton of money on the side waiting. Matic at 40 cents. And I really want to get some more Theta at 98 cents. So really it's the same old me. It's just basically you got to be smart right now. You got to be safe. You got to be holding your crypto, because there's scammers out left and right trying to get your crypto right now, folks. And there's scammers on the mainstream media trying to get you to sell your crypto. It's the best thing to do right now is just lock up your crypto, turn it all off for 6 to 8 months, maybe set some buy levels and just try to buy cheap, because I think when Bitcoin drops down to $15,000, $12,000, a lot of people are going to get scared out of the market, and those people are going to miss out on life-changing money in a couple years. So hold strong, folks. Look to get cheap coins. Have a happy 4th of July. Don't listen to the dumb money. Don't listen to the big YouTubers, Crypto Banter, BitBoy Crypto. They led you into the gutter. Just do your own research. And if those big YouTubers are promoting this coin like Solana or something like, or they were promoting Lunar for the last couple years, that's probably not a coin you want to be holding for the next couple years, because if you look at the track record from BitBoy Crypto and Crypto Banter and name all the other YouTubers, almost every coin they were promoting over the last 2 years is basically down 99%. Many of those guys weren't big into Cardano. Cardano's actually holding up the best. They weren't that much into Theta. Theta's holding up pretty good right now, especially if you got in at $2 or $3 the last couple months. You just got to use some common sense in this market, folks. And remember, if they're shilling you the Bybit, that pretty much means they're bought and paid for by Bybit. It's very easy once you basically figure it out who's the scammer and who's not. But you have to do your own research in this market, and you have to be secure in your own crypto.